What's up, you wild tigers? Welcome to another game design show. Today is the lens of risk mitigation. Now, this one, this is all about game development. You see, out there is the game you want, and then in here is the game you don't want, and you need to test it and play with it, prototype it, and think of the worst things possible, and then we'll get to the game that we want. Because you might have this great idea, you might be like, all right, let's go. You make the whole game, and at the end you're like, it's not fun, the assets aren't good, I can't make the assets, it's just too many, the engine can't handle it, everything's just crashing and burning, and it's like, all right, what did we do wrong? What happened? So this is what the risk mitigation is all about. Now, from the beginning of this section of the book, they talk about basically just like testing and prototyping. Like, okay, we have an idea. Well, how do we get this idea to the finish that we want? So we're gonna have to test software development is just like that too. And gaming too. In gaming, it's harder because there's more things to make, like assets and engine, and like, is the game even fun? Which is, it's just like, whoa, like, how do we get there? So like, if we go through the history of software development, they have their own little designs. It's like, let's do the waterfall linear type of design checking. So it's like, okay, let's check the design, and then let's check then the code, and then let's move down the list, and then let's get a game or a product or an app or software. And then you get to the end and you're like, whoa, we didn't check if all this meant the right place, and they made things happen the way they needed to happen. No, instead you get to the end and you're like, this is not how it works. Like, we went a linear way, and in that linear direction, nothing really good happened from it. So instead, we had that Barry Boehm. He came up with this different idea, which is like a very complicated graph. It's a diagram. It's more like you go prototype 1, and then you risk mitigate that, and then you go to prototype 2, and you risk mitigate that, and and as you move towards the right of this diagram, it starts to get more complicated. But as you keep going through this loop, called the rule of loop or whatever, that is the way you're gonna have to test stuff, looping, looping, looping. Go, okay, is this gonna be all right? And is this part of the? So let's say, for example, you're gonna have to test like the graphics, and then you have to test if the engine can handle it. You're gonna test it, like, what if something like unexpected happens? Like, the company's like, let's make a movie version of the game, and you have to test if the game is even like fun. So like, you have to build like a simple thing, just test with some people, like, hey, is the idea fun? Is this good? Character wise or story wise, you can create a storyboard, get some concept art, and get some dialogue, some action going on there, and see if that's even like an interesting story. So you got to make sure a bunch of things when risk mitigating, and you have to ask these questions to be like, okay, make sure this is all like serious, dark stuff. Like, what is the worst thing could happen? Don't think of anything good. Think of the worst. Okay. Well, like I listed before, what if the game that needs to be changed for some movie theme? What if the game story isn't good? What if the game isn't fun? What if the artist can't create as many of the assets that we need? So you got to check for all that. Then you got to think about it. Like, what if I can't make all the assets? What am I going to do? What is my backup plan? Are we going to make less assets? We're gonna change the idea of the game, less houses, maybe reuse assets, storyboard. I'm gonna have to go out there and make the story. And if I write it and it's not fun, how can I change it to make it more fun? You can do all this before you spend your money, before you get everybody on the team working on it day in, day out, because these games could take many years. Like, for instance, Witcher 3 took a while, GTA 5 took a while, Cyberpunk 2077 took a while. I think they started like back in 2011. And I think they announced in 2013, but they've been slowly working on it as they finished Witcher 3 too. And I don't know, it's been a long process from what I heard. Kingdom Hearts 3 took a while, Death Stranding took a while. These games aren't easy, they take a long time. So we have to mitigate the risk before the game even comes out. That's all this lens is about. And there's also this great way to think about it. It's like, how could any of this keep the game from being great? How will this stop it from happening? Ask those two questions. You go, okay, what will stop this game from being great? List it all out. Okay, how are we gonna fight against that? That's really all you got to do. Just put it down on a list and then write a solution to it, plan a solution to it, and that's basically all this lens is about. Now, there's a quote here, part of the whole section, so I'll read it to you guys. It says, because the stage always confronts difficulties, He never experiences them. That's also in life, but as in game design is true too. Okay, as long as you face proactive, not reactive, you're like, okay, these things might happen. What are we gonna do about them? Those lenses, it's hard to do risk management because you have to think about it and you have to be like, all right, I gotta think about the worst things and you have to plan for it. It takes time away and you have to like, you could get like halfway through your idea prototype phase, your design, you're like, I don't like all this. But it's better to do that then than like later down the road when you're like, I can't get, like, we got to go all in. Like, or it's just, we're already here, or you have a failed project, or a project never made it off the ground because you didn't prepare. And your game is not going to be different. Your game is not going to be special. It's not going to be this time was the one. No, you need to always risk mitigate. I've interviewed people, I've read books, and I've listened to documentaries, and I've experienced a lot of things from other people. And mind you, this I even my own games. It's like, hey, play my game, and it's so buggy as like the games without TV courses, and you make small games. I've made some of those like small like Galaga clones, and yeah, he's like, oh, he could play it, and he's like, oh, well, this has happened, that happened. I said, that's crazy. I didn't experience that many bugs, but when you're playing it, there's all these bugs. Again, you gotta like, you gotta understand. No matter what level, there's bugs. Last of Us 2 bugs, Cyberpunk bugs. That's why these games get delayed. Have to mitigate the risk. Sometimes it's even me. I gotta delay the game, a AAA game like Naughty Dog or Cyberpunk because we have to mitigate more risk. We didn't plan accordingly. Like, what if the game doesn't come out on time? That's like the risk. Like, oh, well, we'll delay the game. That's a solution. It's not the best solution, but it's if it's what you need, then yeah, delay the game. Some people might get mad. I'd rather have a polished game that's fun and can do what you need it to do than a game that comes out early and broken. And especially when it's like a story-based game. Now, if it's like a multiplayer game, be like, yeah, you get it out there, early access it because that's risk mitigated. And you're like, is the game even fun? Should we even put all this time and effort into it? Like, why should we make a finished product for a multiplayer game all the way when we don't even know it's gonna be fun? Your early access, that stuff gets kind of good. Like, we like the idea, we get it's early access, we want this. Boom, you move the game into the direction the players really want it, and you shoot for the skies. And I'm getting myself off topic, but yeah, that's why it's important. You can do it in a professional, like private area where you like get people to come in, or you can drop the game as early access and say, hey, what do you guys want? What is it that we're doing wrong? We want you guys to mitigate the risk so we don't continue to make this game and you guys don't even like it. Or you want something different from this game that we can't provide you because we built this base game and you guys like that. So yeah, mitigate your risk. Find ways to do that. You come up with creative solutions because you are a game designer. We'll see you guys next week. And remember, face your problems, be proactive, and you'll do good. Can't promise nothing, but you'll be fine. And as always, guys, keep designing.